Hey guys, what's up? It's Gobby85, and as you can see, this weapon I'm holding in my hand, you're thinking, oh, that's the last word. Well, no, it's not, because the last word is gold. This one's silver. So most of you will actually notice that this is the first curse, and the exotic hand cannon you get for rank 3 gunsmith, which takes you into a very long and really dragging quest, which, if I remember correctly, you have to kill 200 enemies with a hand cannon with a primary telemetry active. And I know it's 200 because you get 1% per 2 kills. That took me about one. It took me about one and a tiny bit of a telemetry. So about half an hour and about 5 minutes. Probably less than 5 minutes, about a minute. And then you go speak to Banshee, and he's like, "Oh, you gotta wait for Tex to give you this test weapon." Tex give you a test weapon. You have to get 7 kill sprees. Kill sprees. That's in PvE, so that's in like missions and strikes and patrols. And obviously, if you didn't know, I'm on Dreadnought. And then you also have to infuse it to, I think it's light to level 260 or above. Then you'll have to get an upgrade. Then you'll unlock an upgrade for it. And then you have to get a headshot killing spree with it. And the killing spree basically means you have to get 7 or more headshot kills in a match of Crucible, which, if you just focus on getting headshots, shouldn't be too much of a problem for most people. It was a bit of a drag for me at first, but then I realised you only have to get precision kills and you had to worry about deaths and stuff, and then I just aim for the head all the time. And for those of you who are hunters who have done this quest, a trick is if you use Nightstalker and Bloodbound and go into a map and I'll switch my class around because I just was doing PvP to test out the weapon. But I'd recommend going into some like a mission full of low health enemies and using Bloodbound. Because what I did is I triple getting like consecutive headshot kills to try and activate triple tap, because it only has 6 shots in the magazine, the like test weapon. So then I recommend using Bloodbound, shoot in the middle of an enemy, shooting one in the head, it'll kill all of them, and then just get 2 more kills. Hopefully, if you tether to 5. So yeah, so now onto the review. Obviously, if you can't tell, it has very low fire rate, very high impact. Pretty low range, right? For a hang, that's like not a low range, but it's not the high. For a hand cannon, I think that's decent range. I think. Low stability and a low reload, and I think I'd say pretty average magazine size. And as you can see, the Deadeye perk bonus to range, stability, and movement speed while aiming down sights. Now, I've definitely seen this come in handy because just a minute ago, before I started recording, I started testing this weapon by firing at this wall with different ballistics. And to be fair, with the actual perk itself on, I recommend just sticking with the original one, because as you can see, they just kind of just for a bit, it just kind of irons out into one area when you're aiming in. And the range bonus is quite noticeable if I just try and test. Because it's not the best, right? So bang, 160, and then bang. See, there you go. Got a good range buff there. So yeah, and it's also, and for those headshots which you want to be getting, it's got triple tap. Rapidly landing precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine. It doesn't actually tell you how many precision hits, but just a little secret between you and me. Guess what? It's 3. It's the name triple tap. But yeah, so 3 precision hits, which basically gives this gun, if you are aiming all to the head, it gives this gun around about, I think, 10 shots, because you can trigger it 3 times. So like 1, 2, 3. There you go. You got 6 shots. 1, 2, 3. There you go. You got 4 shots. So it's procced it twice, and then actually no, that's 11. Never mind. Math's gone wrong. Yeah. You have 11 shots in it if you end up getting all to the head. So yeah, so that'll be good for some stuff like the spider tank, because you'll end up getting 11 shots instead of obviously 8. And obviously there's quick draw, lightweight, and speed reload. It's really a choice between you. I use quick draw, although it doesn't spoil the awesome animation. As you see, it just rushes it. The agility, I'm really not fussed about agility because I always thought 2+2 agility isn't even that much. And the reload, these not really much of a boost, but but sometimes when you reload with that right normally, and then it feels a bit sluggish. And then you put on, what's it called? Speed reload, and then it doesn't seem as sluggish, but it still is pretty slow. So I just do it for quick draw, so it means I can drag it out faster. Oh, and that you can increase the range of smooth ballistics, but then you got a big penalty to stability. So so like I said, the stability isn't that affected by it as long as you're aiming in. So if I try and demo this again, now the increased stability does have a bit of a still has a bit of a it's better with the ballistics you get on it, and I wouldn't recommend the what's it called, these ballistics, because you're increasing the stability and you want to get a good range, and you're increasing the stability further than the thingy ones are. But if you were stability, I'd go for that one. But if you got this one actually can increase your impact by 1, but you want the most impact out of this gun, so you want to go for that, and you want the most range, so I recommend smooth ballistics if you want that aims in a lot. If you're the person who's literally uses last word and actually don't aim in, and don't aim in, not because of the perk, but because you just don't, then I'd recommend using what was it again? Smooth ballistics, because then you got that increased stability, and you're obviously not getting that buff anymore. So you want obviously thingy. You can also go for CQB ballistics, but if you're just an idiot and obviously you don't know that, then you'll go for CQB ballistics because you have that extra range in there. But if you're aiming in like me, because the only time I'm not aiming in is if I am using the last word and I'm trying to get the damage buff if I'm close enough to someone, then I think, ooh, let me just use a primary synth because I didn't know I was that low on ammo. But yeah, so I'd rank, and then we've obviously got the signature perk on the gun, the first curse. Precision kills while aiming down sight grants increased range and stability until the next reload. I've seen this prop a couple of times. But it's not something that I've actually noticed myself. To be fair, I've only just got the gun, and I'm trying to get as much. I was trying to analyze it as quickly as I could. I'm a person who's more of a kill reload kind of person, so that the perk wouldn't really matter to me. But I'm doing that, then I think so. If you're killing like tier 1 mobs, there you go. You got your first curse. So let's test this out stability wise. Let me have a look, see if I read the perk right. Yeah, it's just increased stability and range and stability until the next reload. So that's probably just so yeah, that still increases the stability actually when you hip firing, because that's pretty good as well. Let's see if I can get with these last 3 shots. I can test the range. 300 and oh, missed that. 1,000. So yeah, you can obviously see that range buff there. And oh, let's see if I can test it again. See how always moved. Although he's about a same, right? And hip firing and hip firing, hip fire. Okay, then I'm not even gonna bother with that. But yeah, I just grenade you two because I don't want you guys. I was hoping that because it has such a high thingy, because if you don't know, the Ace of Spades can 2 shot to the head knights in the Dreadnought. And I was thinking to myself, oh great, it means that if the increased stability means that I'll be able to 1 hit to the head with the Dreadnought, the knights in the Dreadnought. Okay, they're hallowed ones, so I definitely will be 1 hitting them. But here we go. I think I'll 1 hit that knight because it's a bit weakened. Oh, definitely 1 hit that knight. But yeah, this knight I should be able to 1-shot him because I'm weakened. Yeah, you will leave them with the smallest amount of health. Now, obviously this is Dreadnought and this is PvE. So yeah, because I don't want to embarrass myself and kind of get my butt kicked in Crucible, because I'm not the best with this weapon because I've only just got it, as I've already said. It has one of the same problems I had with the last word. It has unneeded kick. Now people with me with the last word will understand. You put what's it called on? You put on perfect balance, and the guns go great, but the gun's sights just flip up for no reason, but the way the bullet's hitting is thingying. So literally you gotta go with your actual like heart and soul with the gun, because the sights just flip upwards, and you just don't, and it just, as you can see, obviously the stability was a bit wonky there. Stability, obviously, if you're thinking, I recommend using the first ballistics, and that's quite tight though. But yeah, so it's a bit wonky because your gun unnaturally flips upwards, kind of, when you don't need it, when you really don't need it, which happens with a lot of hand cannons. But I notice it most with the last word in the first curse, and obviously the kind of twin guns. So you'd probably have the same problems, obviously, or the backwards. But yeah. Oh no, I'll try and see if no, never mind. I switched weapons, so it didn't work. But yeah, so it's not a one hit in the Crucible, or two hit, I mean, which I'll show you in a second. So I will actually gonna sacrifice my dignity, and I will actually go into Crucible. So I'll see you guys in a minute.